Yeah, hey everyone, Brian with you from the Game Company. We're doing our AI-only championship series. We are on to Group Stage 5 here in the second chance rounds, which means we just have Group Stage 5 and Group Stage 6 left. So we're down to, what, the last 14 civs, 4 of which will make it to the knockout rounds, and then we're done, and then we're on to the actual knockout rounds. So, exciting time. I was actually looking at this group, and I had a laugh. I was like, hey, it's like all my favorite civs, except then Poland's in here, and Saladin and Trajan, which, you know, I don't mind Rome, although I don't like this version of Rome. Love old Rome, but this one, But anyways, we got the Gauls, we got Mongolia, we got Persia, we got Poland, we got Saladin with Arabia, we got Hungary. Man, like old version of Hungary was just so interesting. And then we got Rome. Everything's pretty much the exact same. We will turn Dramatic Ages mode back on when we get to the knockout rounds, but for now it doesn't really matter. Or we're gonna leave it off simply because we said we're gonna leave it off for all the second chance rounds. We're back to fractal maps. I just think our fractal maps recently have been a little bit better, so we're just gonna stick with that. And then once again doing balance there, but everything else is as is. So I think we're good to load in, so we'll be back in 1 second then. I should mention we are on DirectX 12. I'm trying it. Hopefully the game doesn't crash this time, but hopefully that also means that the game's gonna run a little bit smoother. Also recording this the day after yesterday, and I am feeling a billion times better. So yesterday after I finished recording, I was still kind of feeling a little wasn't too terrible, but had really nasty headaches again and just was kind of like for the most part rest of the day. But like today I had a lot of sleep last night and I'm just feeling really good. So thank you guys for all your concern. Anyways, Hungary has spawned in the northwest here. They actually have a little bit of room over to their west, and then it looks like they have a little bit more to the east. So they're in an okay spot to begin with. And this is Poland. Dude, I have to say that is the coolest Poland colors I've seen. I actually like the peach and white. Yeah, I kind of really dig the peach and white. So yeah, they're anyways south of them, and then they got Arabia right to their south. So we got two of the most prominent religious civs right on top of each other, and then south of Arabia we have Mongolia. So it's been nice knowing you. immediately goes for the war. Now what's interesting is it looks like he potentially could take Damascus, especially if he pillages. We'll see. I don't know. This is early on, but let's find everyone else. Rome is then to the east of Mongolia. Interesting. Mongolian hordes against the Roman Empire. And then Persia, and let's see, the Gauls are near each other. Now, Gauls are kind of like, yeah, there's not actually a pathway between the two. Gauls are kind of trapped there. They're going to have to do some sea landing to actually get on the mainland with everyone else. But all right, so it looks like Mongolia is going to be able to take it. This should. No? No, oh, they just are out of HP. The interesting thing is, all they have to do is, okay, they did pillage it, which is what they ended up doing. They need to move this guy forward. These other guys just aren't doing anything right now. Oh no, they're gonna end up not grabbing it. Oh, they're just barely, He could do it, he could do it, he could do it. He might be able to. Oh, he did it! He did it with the last bit of HP. Mongolia managed to take over Damascus. Oh my gosh, apologies to Arabia fans, but wow, that was actually pretty hilarious. He did end up buying a builder right away. He's having some loyalty issues, not as much as I was expecting. All he needs is a governor. He actually doesn't have a governor yet, which is a little strange. They should be able to get that governor here pretty quickly. It is flipping in 3 turns, so he's gonna have to get that governor like now, please. Hey, Mr. Mongolia, where's your governors? Where's your governors? He does, but he got a Mani. He got a Mani and he put a Mani at a city-state, probably Mo and Joe. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, so Damascus flipped. I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't burn it to the ground. Now, in the scheme of things, that might still be fairly helpful for Mongolia because he did technically succeed in his attack. Number one, he was able to take a city, but then number two, this is going to set Arabia back a little bit, which long-term might help him. We'll see if Mongolia is able to build up his troops, because what happens is a lot of times is they just kind of like break and don't build any more troops. If anything, this actually really helped Poland, because Poland might be able to jump on them, but we'll see. Anyone else really on top of each other? Well, here's the other interesting thing too, is we have Rome not too far away. They could always potentially hop in here as well. So Oya got claimed by Matthias. Matthias is up there next to no one. Okay. Persia's looking pretty good here with like, dude, I kind of really dig this right here. Like, I would actually love to like settle through this. I don't know. This just looks like a really fun area. Although I don't know if I would have put Pasisgrad there. Although that was his capital. Man, I probably would have gone to the coast. Because, like, part of me really would want the city here just so I can get the sexy tiles up there. Although with the 3-2s, I mean, maybe you do settle there just so you can work all those 3-2s. Dude, Pasengrad's going to be a very powerful city here. All right, so Gaul only has 3 cities down. I'm wondering if he's going to maybe use his offense to go after Taruga. Potentially. He's going to have to deal with some barbarians, but I mean, he's got a lot of room here, so I'm not really going to, like, he has a very bad start, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to, like, reset this because I think he can definitely pull this back. So this one was... no one yet? No one took him yet. Because 2 things can happen. A, grabbing Taruga is going to be very helpful if he does grab it. Hold up, I got to bump my mic here. Can you guys hear this, by the way? Doesn't, maybe there's a little bit of noise when I'm moving it. I don't know. But anyways, it was slightly pointed away from me. Trajan got Arthur. Okay. Let's pop over here. They're probably still at war with each other. Nope, they're peaced out. Did you actually declared what? Saladin declared war on Poland and is about to take Warclaw. What? And the funny thing is he's going to get a free settler out of this. Nope, just in time. Oh, he ended up ninjaing the free settler anyways because she tried running away with it. But somehow got the swordman up just at the right time. And she got her swordsman back. Okay, well that's very interesting because that basically just killed all of Arabia's army. Mongolia really is not building up much more though. They're still a little bit behind right now. Rome is like kind of crazy scary right now because basically all 3 of these guys are all extraordinarily weak and Rome's just kind of sitting there like, hey, what's up, buddy? Matthias is starting to come southward as well, which is funny because he's got all this room to the west, but he's not settling there. And really, this is awesome for him because now he just cut off anyone from settling over here. And so he can actually come settle over there. So Matthias right now is probably in the best spot. I'd say Matthias and Persia are in the best... I would say Matthias, Persia, and Rome. It's hard to pick between Persia and Rome because they're both in an equally strong spot. Now... Gauls aren't bad. Gauls just need to get settled up here as quickly as possible. I'm assuming they probably have shipbuilding or they have the ability to cross the ocean at this point. I mean, it's been like 5 turns. So, you know, the AI at this point should surely have cartography. Surely. Well, they can enter the water. Wait, maybe they can't. No, they can't. They don't have shipbuilding yet. Okay, so no. They actually can't send any people up that way yet. The bigger concern right now is the barbarians hovering is potentially end up losing a settler to that. Okay, Anasi got claimed by, okay, that's what I thought happened because I just saw it pop. Now, we see the great prophet here, which is kind of great. I mean, you wouldn't really expect Gaul to actually get it. Now, with the Nasi, I wonder if they go grab Taruga. They're still not at war with Taruga. Are they suzerain of Taruga? Yes, okay, so that's why they're not declaring war on it. They could also potentially come grab Levent. Now they're gonna have to go in the water for that, and they can't do that yet. They need to get shipbuilding up ASAP. Rome seems like they're popping out some of the wonders just at initial glance. Cyrus is actually in first place. What's Cyrus's yield? Cyrus is only at 39, but he's at 61 science. Okay, I was kind of wondering if maybe he was popping out, going for a pretty heavy culture game, and he's starting to knock out or close in Gauls over here. But I mean, definitely not it for Gauls. I'm still not going to feel super bad for them. Poland and Arabia are not at war. They are right on each other's butt, and Mongolia is coming in for round 2. Yep, there comes round 2, and this is going to be a little bit scary here. Now, remind me on Genghis Khan, doesn't all of his units get +5, +3 combat strength and chance to capture enemy cab? Yeah, that's what I thought. +3 though isn't that major, but still. I mean, this is like what, 31, and then this is 39. You consider 31, 39 against 23 and 20, 20 and 28. Like, yeah, this is pretty crazy. Thank God he's suzerain. That's about the only thing that's going to save him if he is saved. I don't know who he's suzerain. Let's see. This was Arabia, which is Saladin. So Kuyunga? Yeah, okay, there you go. Damascus having walls is also extraordinarily helpful too, but catapult. So Mongolia's got the stuff he needs. Himiko also just got grabbed. Oh my God, dude. So Himiko could actually make you now 49 combat strength. That's gonna just destroy these walls if he utilizes Himiko properly. Yeah. And you do have archer strength. So the archer is going to do okay damage. It's going to do good damage against the chariot, though. It's 25, right? Yeah, it's 25. But, I mean, 39, that's going to be not particularly great. Aiden is flipping. This is good for, yeah, I was going to say with Himiko just absolutely destroyed. And he burned it down this time. I think that's smart. Yeah, I think that's smart. What I would love to see out of Mongolia, did we hit first area yet? Yes. Let's see, Gaul, Poland, and Matthias got golden ages. Everyone else got normal age. Interesting. Well, what I would love to see here is I would love to see him actually go and maybe take Medina. He might be able to hold it if Aiden, especially if Aiden flips. Let's see, Cairo's 7. But I mean, then you're talking 227. I don't know if that's enough combat strength. He really does need to go put another city here too, though. And Mongolia is looking pretty okay right now. He's got some work to do. And he's definitely going to have to do some conquering. But, like, if there's one civ in the game that can do it, well, Teddy. But then, yeah, also Mongolia. Persia did kind of cut off Gauls, but then they kind of stopped. Is Leventa who's suzerain? Cyrus. Okay, so Cyrus is unlikely to grab him. He's popping out all the wonders right now. Although no Petra. No Petra. He's building all the other desert wonders. Is there any other desert rolling around? There's one, couple tiles there, couple tiles up here. Just wondering if the Petra got built. Doesn't look like it. Now, here's a question. Will the AI raise a city that has wonders in it? I don't know. This would be an okay Petra city. Yeah, I don't know. So, Himiko's there, and Medina... Himiko's rank... No, Himiko does no damage. Yeah, that's right. The horsemen got either killed or they retreated. Either way, Medina's gonna fall, and Mongolia did hold on to this. 4 turns, we got 6 turns here. Mongolia needs to be able to do something here to slow this down. Come on, you have 3 freaking dudes right now. Put someone here, Mongolia. Come on, Mongolia. Mongolia, I believe in you. But Aiden ended up flipping. When is this one gonna flip? 8 turns. So, here's the thing. Highly unlikely Poland's gonna get another golden era. Number 1. Number 2, Medina is probably gonna flip, but it won't flip back to Arabia in time. Arabia is most likely gonna end up in a dark age, but there's a good chance I think that we see a golden era here from Mongolia. So Mongolia is starting to look pretty strong. This is the Mongolia we know and we are afraid of every time we see this game or we play this game. This is the Mongolia that won, you know, championship. Now, Cairo's still only at 33 combat strength, which is not great when you're talking about 49 here with Himiko. Like, Himiko still does a lot of damage, but he is pulling out medieval walls, which are going to help. Definitely going to help. They pieced. His units just popped out. All right. I wonder if there's going to be a... Yeah, there goes Medina. Well, he can easily take it back. That's not going to be a problem, especially with the double catapults. And then we're just going to have to see how the era end up here. So still lots of wonders here for Rome. Who's in second place? Is it Rome? No, it's actually Gauls that are in second place. That's weird. Strange. We didn't look at the religions either. We got to take a quick look at that. All right. So new eras. Mongolia got the golden age like we expected. Persia and Rome also got it. Then Arabia actually got a normal age where Poland got a dark age. Interesting. So is Aiden really still flipping to Poland? I actually would have to say probably not. It says it is, but I don't know if that fully upgraded. I feel like that might be incorrect. And then it's really kind of weird that Medina's flipping this quickly to Arabia. That's pretty major. He's in a golden era. I'm kind of surprised by that. He needs another city like right here. Uh-huh. Is he building settlers? No. 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 I mean, he kind of needs this. Mongolia, like, at this point, he needs to start holding some stuff. All right, we wanted to look at the religion before we get too far. So Poland has a religion, no surprise. Hungary got a religion, okay. Persia got one, Arabia got one, and Gaul got one. Why is Gaul in second place then? 10 on the religion. He has 2 wonders. Persia's at 3. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so that's 15 points there. He's got a couple more great people points. His empire size, I suppose, isn't that bad. It's pretty much equal with everyone else. I guess the reason he's in second place is he hasn't really been punished yet for... he actually did settle up here, okay. All right, that's good, that's good. He needs to get over here, though. Yeah, he needs to get this way. Okay, at first I thought he didn't settle on that. That actually is not a bad spot because he's got the entire volcano here. Honestly, I probably would have settled there just so I got more grassland, depending on whether or not I had Reeds of the Marsh Pantheon, which honestly, is probably what I do have, because I pretty much exclusively play with that now, because I feel like there's a lot more marshes, and that's just so freaking good. It really is just like such a good one now. Now that I can't ever get the free settler. I don't know, did they take that one out? Part of me feels like they took it out, because I never see it. I suppose we could actually see if anyone grabbed it. Production towards military units, +1 faith from Tundra. Yeah, there it is. Free settler. We just never get in anymore. It's so annoying. On deity, it's just like impossible to get. Hey, Mongolia, what happened here? You had all the troops surrounding this and you're just now giving it back? Interesting. Looks like he's going for Mohenjo. Mohenjo is going to be a little bit harder though. 50 combat strength. No, Genghis owns it, so maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Adin did flip over to Poland. So we got basically a bunch of just like right now, and Arabia's kind of stuck in the middle, not doing too hot. Poland's getting invaded here by Matthias. It looks like we're about to get that war triggered. This would actually be a really good time for this because the encampment, I mean, it's almost done, but the bigger thing is there's no walls there. Poland's in a very bad spot if that happens. Some of the heroes popped out. Let's see. Anyone major here? So Mongolia has Himiko still. Persia has Hercules, but Persia's not at war, so we will eventually see a Persia Gaul war, but we got a minute. And Rome, we got kind of a peaceful Rome just because there's really no one for Rome to declare war on. I wonder about a Rome-Persia war. Rome and Persia fought, right? I'm trying to think. Alexander fought Persia. Did the Persian Empire exist during Rome? It must have. Yeah, it must have. And I mean, I know Rome went and conquered that direction, so yeah, it must have. Some variation of the Persian Empire. It might not have been called the exact Persian Empire at that point. Actually, would it have been not the Samoyeds, but yeah, the Samoyeds, right? It was like the ancestors of the Alexander Empire, right? Which honestly, in my opinion, is would be a very interesting civ. I think it's the Samoyeds, right? Samoyeds? No, Samoyeds are the dog you have, Brian. Alexander's empire after his death. There we go. It starts with an S, man. Oh my god. No, I don't want to install. Oh, the Seleucids. The Seleucus, whatever. That's who I was thinking of. The Seleucs. Seleucs. The freaking heck, man. Seleucid Empire. Okay, how do you pronounce it? Give me the pronunciation. Secludes? Pronunciation. You know, I've never actually known how to pronounce this one, so we're all gonna learn together. Seleucid? Seleucid. Ah, interesting. All right. So the Seleucid Empire. But I would love to actually see them. I think that would be an interesting civ to have in the game. Although they're like right in that Georgia territory on TSL and Arabia, so I don't know if there's really room for them. But it's one of those empires that you don't hear a lot about, but was actually really big and powerful and very, you know. And I suppose Persia kind of is the same thing. I mean, like, because it's all the same area. Although technically, like, did they see themselves as Persia? Let's see. It was a Hellenistic state. I mean, they're Hellenistic, so that wasn't Persian, though. Privilege, Parthia, da-da-da-da. I'm just wondering how they viewed themselves compared to Persia. That's the only thing I'm wondering. Did they consider themselves, like, Greek or Persian? Because if they considered themselves Persian, then technically it's just another Persian empire, even though they had a different name. But, I mean, that would then say, like, America is, like, an English empire. True. I don't know. All right, anyways, Gauls, they are still only with that one city. Let's look at city count here. So we got 6 for Rome. We got 5 for Matthias, 5 for Saladin, actually, which is kind of surprising. 7 for Poland, 6 for Cyrus, 6 for Mongolia, and 5 for Gauls. This is actually kind of interesting. Less civs than I thought, or less cities than I thought. You're at war again with Saladin, which is interesting. I'm really kind of wondering why Hungary has not declared war on you. You're friendly with each other, but you're not actually friends. Like, that's a little surprising to me. Also, Mongolia has a freaking butt-ton army right now. What are you doing with your life, Mongolia? Winged Hussars, though, rolling around in Poland, which is interesting. She's at 153. Saladin's at 87. and Mongolia is at 444. And then the bigger thing here, and what's confusing, is you're at 391. So why are you not coming in and hopping in on this? Remind me what the winged hussars do. I think they just get an advantage inside borders, right? Pushes defending enemy units back from their hex in any battle. Defenders that cannot retreat suffer additional damage. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's actually interesting. It's interesting because if they're on extraordinarily defensive, that is probably better in multiplayer, I would assume. But if you have a super defensive unit, then you basically just kick them off their tile, which is really nice. I would actually love to see that as a Poland ability instead of just a single unit. Culture bomb adjacent tiles when completing encampment or fort inside territory. I mean, it can be used. It can be used, but I would still love to actually see that as a overall ability. Because that would be really interesting. That's one of those, like, really cool abilities that is almost extraordinarily underutilized, probably never utilized. Now, because I imagine here, yeah, you can't upgrade it from anything, so you have to build it independently. So, yeah, no. Are they probably, they're not even, yeah, they're just a unique unit too. So they don't even like replace a unit. So, And then it's also like Renaissance era, which is one of those weird times in the game where wars just don't really happen. Like Renaissance era, because there's no trebuchets. Like, so medieval era wars are pretty easy or, pretty common because swordsmen tend to be pretty powerful still, and catapults will wreck walls still. But once you get to Renaissance era and you can talk about the Renaissance walls, you kind of need bombards. And then even with bombards, the Renaissance walls still do a lot of damage. Like, you really almost need balloons and bombards to really kind of make a big difference. So Renaissance era war just kind of like sputters to a stop. So having like a winged hussar is like, eh. And here's the other thing I would say, like, Civ 6 unfortunately prioritizes combat inside the city versus combat outside the city. Like, I mean, occasionally it happens, but for the most part, you don't really necessarily need to like push someone back, and you're not really fighting outside the territory all that much. But dude, Mongolia, I don't know what you're doing. He's still got pretty decent army here, and he's still just kind of like, eh. All right, new era. Let's see what happened. Rome got a Dark Age, Mongolia got a Dark Age, Arabia got a Dark Age, Normal Age from everyone else. Don't think anything from Mongolia is going to be flipping. You're actually going to hold on to Aden, okay? And then Warsaw's right there, yeah. What's your capital? Yeah, Krakow, okay. Matthias is still, he ended up moving his troops back. He's basically wasting the twins right now. So disappointed, man. So disappointed. Persia's looking really, really good. I am very happy, though, the Gauls ended up settling right there. They're basically kind of starting to cut off this territory so they can start finishing and filling this in. Now, what's interesting is there's still a whole lot of territory up here. And right now, Persia, Gauls, or even Hungary could go settle over there. Who is in first and second? Right now, it's Persia. And see, now what's really confusing to me is why is Matthias all the way down here? That's extraordinarily confusing to me. Because he's got a religion. Yeah, and he's doing good with the religion. He's got a couple wonders, so he's a little bit behind in the wonders, but that's only 30 points, The biggest thing is his empire score should be significantly higher right now. That's why I'm confused. Like, he should be up and over here, settling over there. He should have settled all of this. I think he's just prioritizing faith maybe too much right now. I don't know. I'm also extraordinarily surprised that Poland and Saladin still exist in this game. I figured one of the two would have gotten killed by now, especially with those early wars. Also, the fact that Rome is kind of not up there is also kind of disappointing. Really? I mean, Persia's kind of cut him off over there. He's still got tons of room down here, though. And did he lose his army? I feel like he lost a little bit of his army. I wonder if he ended up declaring war on, like, a city-state or something. I don't know. I don't see any city-state. Yeah, I don't really know what happened to his army. Maybe it's just fighting barbarians. Perhaps. Okay, so now we're at the point in the game where everyone just wants to be peaceful with each other, apparently. Dude, they definitely changed something with the AI. They seem less aggressive. They really do. Like, we're seeing this now every one of these games, where it's like we hit this middle point of the game and no one declares war. Like, they were fairly aggressive early on. But why the heck is Mongolia not declared war on either of these guys? This is really confusing to me. Like, Poland has 55 combat strength. Why is Mongolia not gone to war? Is it because he can't, you know, hold any of the territory? I mean, yeah, that makes sense. But, like, come after Mecca then. I mean, it's not as if Saladin's rolling with a huge army here either. What's our tech? We haven't really looked too much at this. So, Genghis is first in tech. Is that true here? Trajan actually has the most techs. By a lot, actually. But Mongolia is going to catch up. Because they are making more tech. And he is settling over here. So Mongolia is not in a great spot here, but he's actually okay. Yeah, he's going to be okay. Because he's still settling, unlike mostly everyone else. His science is high enough that he's going to be able to at least take a decent science tech advantage over Saladin, I would assume. Although Saladin's at 133, but at least over Poland, if nothing else. Poland should be getting absolutely destroyed here before too long. You are at war against Matthias. Okay, so it finally happened. Unfortunately, instead of going for Lingasia, which is like right there, you decided to bum rush Krakow, which has walls. And a 66 garrison defense strength compared to your 36 swordsmen. Yeah, okay, Matthias, yeah. Okay. Come on, AI, man. Come on. All right, Gauls settling more up here in the north. Persia's still looking pretty strong here. Are they building any more wonders? No, but they have field cannons out already, which is pretty crazy. I mean, turn 148 field cannons, that's ridiculous. Arthur's over here fighting. You know, maybe that's what happened. Maybe he Arthured his troops. That actually might have been what happened. He might have Arthured his troops, and that's why he lost a bunch of them. Oh, Arthur. Mongolia's preparing for war, dude. Like, come on, man. Come on. Can he take this over? So it's 55 garrison defense strength. This is 47. The catapult's not going to be super useful. He needs to upgrade that to a bombard. Dude, why are trebuchets not in the game? Like, for the love of God, please give me the catapult to trebuchet to bombard. Like, it wouldn't even be that hard to implement. Because the catapult's at 35. The bombard's at, what, 55, I think? 55. So all they literally need to do is make a trebuchet at 45. Like, it really isn't that hard. And you just put it in the medieval era. Because the catapult... I mean, the catapult works in the medieval era, but against medieval walls, it's a little bit of a struggle. I mean, it's doable, though. But, you know, obviously, the Renaissance era just, yeah, it just absolutely destroys things. And here's the other problem. Bombards require resource. They require niter. Catapults don't require any resource. So that's why another reason you kind of get to that Renaissance era, sometimes you might just not have the niter to upgrade them. Hence why having a catapult, which, I mean, maybe even put the catapult at like 48 or something like that. So it's doable in the Renaissance era. But not necessarily, you know, still worth getting bombard if feasible, if possible. Nothing much else happening. Matthias is going to actually get a city, but not due to his own skill. Field cannons popped out here for Arabia. That's going to pretty much put a nix here on any of the conquering. Although Cav at 62. I mean, the Cav are going to, like, destroy the field cannon. The problem is I don't see how he brings down the walls here. He needs to go for Medina is what he really needs to do. What would I do if I was Mongolia here? By the way, is there a city location? Yeah, there's a city location there. Mecca must be new. Yeah, Mecca was new. That was after the one got burned down. If I was Mongolia here, I'd go take Medina, probably raise it. Probably raise it if no other reason than just to set him back and then potentially get a city location somewhere over here. Which would be a little easier to hold than way up here with Mecca. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I mean, anywhere down here is going to have Cairo putting pressure on it, but still. What error? You're looking at Dark Age. The other thing, too, is, yeah, raise it and then potentially throw a city down next era when hopefully you're not getting a Dark Age. So Poland was in the Dark Age, though, right? No, they're in the Normal Age. So Legnicia is going to flip no matter what, I think. Unless she gets a Golden Age and Hungary doesn't, but... Anasai still rolling around. I don't think Gauls have fought a single war Same thing with Persia and same thing with Rome. I think those three civs, none of them have fought a single war, which is definitely a little weird because all three of those are warish civs. Persia maybe less so than Rome and Gauls. But I mean, there's a lot of civs right here that really deserve to get through this. Genghis Khan right now still in 4th. Matthias doesn't. Trajan's all the way near the bottom, which is really interesting. He's still doing good on science though. So I forgot to put turn 315, but we still have potential here on rocket sites. That is still feasible. Shooting a rocket off in time. Chemistry's right here. It really is going to come down to how quickly he can pick up chemistry and whether or not where his science is going to go after that. If it pops over 300, then I think we're likely to see it. If not, I don't know. All right, so they peaced out then. Mongolia gave up on the war. Really surprising here how Jadwiga is just still surviving. She's up to 225 again on military, but like, Matthias is at 486. Saladin's not much better, but Genghis Khan's at 559. Like, it's really kind of surprising here. Oya's over here and the pike and shots, and it looks like you're just bypassing again. Maybe it's like the city's gonna flip to us. We don't need to conquer it. I don't know. Or maybe we'll raise this so that like this one flips quicker. I don't know. All right, Rome got a dark age. Everyone else got a normal age. Well, that's just literally, that's as disappointing as they come. Seriously. Mohenjo belongs to Genghis. Okay. What about Kumasai and Nazga? Nagaz? Nagaz? I always call it Nazga, but I don't think it is Nazga. Anyways, Genghis owns it, and then Kumasai is Genghis. All right, so Genghis just owns all the city-states over here, which is just so boring. What about Bologna? Bologna is Trajan. So Mongolia could go grab that. I'm also kind of surprised. I don't know. I feel like someone should have come and settled down here. Also, that's the Rubicon. Oh my gosh, look at the Rubicon. Wait, no, that changed river names. Oh, you know what? I think this is the Rubicon. Can we see what river this is? No, it's the Tiber. Interesting. Yeah, this is the Tiber. When does it become the Rubicon? That's really weird. It's the same river. It just randomly switches names right here. It's Rubicon for, like, I think one tile, and it's Rubicon for this one, and then this one's Tiber Rubicon. So this is Rubicon. This is Rubicon. This is Tiber. So I don't know why it switches names. I don't know. I was about to compliment. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. The Rubicon's like this nice long river. Also, man, it almost looked like the river is going through here, which would have been really cool. Although I don't know. I don't think the rivers can pass through double mountains, right? It should be able to, though. I also feel like you should be able to take ships through rivers, but whatever. Whatever. This is a whole nother... I feel like I kind of hope Civ 6 or Civ 7 maybe like zooms in the map a little bit more. Like make it harder to cross rivers without bridges or fords or something like that. You know, maybe allow some ships to go through rivers. Like, I don't know. Definitely have maybe more punishing. I just feel like Civ has always been like more like zoomed out. And I would like to see a little more detail zoomed in, personally, I think. What does that look like? I'm not the developer, so who knows? I'm just putting out requests, okay? Requests that shall never be heard. Anyways, so really still disappointed here by Hungary. I gotta be honest. I almost accidentally clicked the X on the game. Cyrus is in first. Gauls are still in second, which is kind of mind-blowing. Mongolia is not too far behind, and they finally did pass Poland for third. I mean, you have to give Poland credit here. I mean, Poland's still in fourth place and still like a little over 100 points. I mean, 100 points within being in the top two, and that's being completely surrounded and kind of crapped on from the beginning. Really, Matthias and Trajan right now are like maybe the biggest disappointments because like they both were in extraordinarily good spots and have not really done anything with it. So, all right, we're going to wrap this episode up here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, comment, let me know what you think. As always, hit the subscribe button, share the game, comment, share your support. Oh my God, the game didn't crash, dude. We made 176 turns without a crash. Woo! All right, anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everyone.